Hello, my beautiful people. This is Shaya. So today we are going to be dealing with one of the biggest concerns of all time that we all have faced at least a few times, irrespective of the number of plants we have. And that concern is nothing but how to keep your plants alive while you're on a long vacation. Today I'm going to share the most reliable, foolproof, and no-fail solution to this problem. So let's dive right into it. Now this will sound more relatable to the people who stay away from their hometowns, maybe in a different city or a country, and need to make that one mandatory trip every year or so, where they have no option but to leave their plant babies behind for over a month or so. Now, if you have friends and family around, bingo, you don't need to worry. You have someone to look after your plants while you're gone. But if you are someone who does not have the privilege, don't worry, I've got your back. Now, if you're going for a trip anything less than 15 days, don't worry about your plants. Just water them thoroughly, keep them next to a window, and you're good to go. At the max, they'll just shed a leaf or two, and they're going to be fine. But they won't die, I promise. But if you're going for anything longer than that, you'll need to do something about it. Now, I have been residing in the United States for over 5 years now, and we visit India almost every year. The first time we went to India, I had very few plants. So we just dropped all of them at a friend's place, and he took care of them while we were gone. But as my collection grew over the years, I couldn't afford to move hundreds of plants at a friend's place and then expect them to take care of my babies. So I started with my research and conducted a lot of experiments to figure out how I can keep my plants alive while I'm gone. And after a lot of trial and error, I came up with the easiest solution where you don't need to water your plants at all. Yes, no watering. And yes, they will survive. In fact, they'll not just survive, but thrive. And all you're going to need for this is your plant, some duct tape, and a clear plastic bag. First things first, you're going to water your plant thoroughly. Let it drain. And then whatever the excess water comes from the drain, throw it. Do not get tempted to overwater your plant. So just water it as you would normally. Now this is a clear plastic bag, and we have to make sure that we get a clear plastic bag because we want the light to be able to penetrate through. So do not use any of those black or white or opaque kind of plastic bags. We need a clear plastic bag. Now all we are going to do is cover the plant with the bag like this, and then we are going to kind of wrap it around and seal it somewhat like this, and then we are going to use a duct tape to secure it. Now you can even use a rubber band or a string if you don't have a duct tape, but I highly recommend using duct tape because duct tape seals it way better than a rubber band or a string. So this is something that your plant would look like after you wrap it. Now once you've sealed your plant like this, you're going to seal all your plants in the same way. So if you have bigger plants, you even get bigger plastic bag. Now this is the maximum size that I could find. You might get a bigger one as well. If your plants are even bigger and cannot be contained in a plastic bag, all you need to do is take a cling wrap and wrap it around the edge of the pot and the base of the plant like this. This will retain the moisture in the soil and prevent evaporation. Now, once all your plants are sealed properly, the most important thing is light. Now, if you're staying in the northern hemisphere, your strongest light exposure is from south and west. So if your window is facing south, make sure that the window is partially open, or maybe if you have blinds, keep them partially open, because we don't want to expose the plant to direct sunlight, because it'll eventually burn the plant, or maybe it'll get cooked in its own steam. So don't do that. Now, if you have done everything as I told you, just kiss your plants goodbye and have a wonderful stress-free vacation. And when you come back, your plants are going to be just fine. And in fact, they are going to be better than how you left them. But in order to believe me, you'll need some proof, right? So here it goes. I conducted my first experiment with this Dumbcane plant in my presence so that I can monitor its conditions throughout the process. I wrapped and sealed it on March 1st of 2023, and then this was it on June 1st of 2023. I purposely stretched it a month longer to see how the plant does, and it did exceptionally well for 3 long months. Now that I felt a little confident, I put it to real test with all my plants while I made a 2-month-long trip to India. It was certainly one of the toughest decisions I've ever made, because all my plants were very healthy and lush, and risking all of them at once almost gave me an anxiety attack. Because I had experimented it with just one plant and I had no idea how the rest would respond to it. It was literally an all or none kind of situation. So I gathered all my courage and with a heavy heart, I brought them all together in my plant room, which had 2 huge windows facing south and west. I kept the blinds partially open, watered them as I normally would, including the moss bowls, and wrapped them all up. I left on October 15th, and this is what they looked like before I left. And after 2 months, on December 16th, this is what they looked like when I returned. They all continued growing like normal. Giga even pushed out a giant leaf. They were all fresh and lush. No yellowing, no rotting, no pests. I had about 100 plants back then, and not a single one of them died. Now you may ask, why does this work? When you water your plants, a very small amount of water is actually absorbed by the plant, and most of it is evaporated. And by doing this, we are simply trying to prevent that evaporation from happening. You see, plants are capable of producing their own oxygen and carbon dioxide, and that's the very reason why they won't choke in a sealed plastic bag like we would. And the best example to prove this are terrariums. So if you haven't heard of terrariums, terrariums are basically an enclosed clear container in which you can grow plants. And with optimum light conditions, you can keep it sealed and the plants will keep growing for years. Now, this terrarium created by David Latimer from England is said to be the oldest terrarium in the world. And it was created in 1960, so it's almost 64 years old now. And it was opened just once in 1972, and since then it has been sealed. Now, if that plant can stay alive in that sealed container for 60 years, so I think 2.5 months is pretty doable in this space. And that's exactly how you keep your plants alive and thriving while you're on a long vacation. I urge you to please give it a try and let me know your experiences in the comment section. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And to stay updated with the latest content, just press the notification bell so that you are notified of the new videos that I'll be posting. So that's it from me today. Have a wonderful rest of the day. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.